Hello class, my name is Catherine Helbling and my peer presentation is on Niki de Phalle. Niki de Phalle was a very liberated feminist artist before it was popular to be so liberated. She muscled her way into a male-dominated art world. She's most known for her boldly colored nanas, but she also used her art to bring awareness to AIDS, and her use of materials, techniques, and the way she used women as her inspiration was never done before her. Niki de Phalle was the second of 5 children, born to a wealthy family who lost their fortune in the stock market crash. Niki spent most of her youth in New York City, but she also maintained close ties with her family in France. While she was living in New York, Niki attended a girls' prep school called the Brearley School. It is here that she says she became a feminist, and they instilled in her that women can and must accomplish great things. However, according to Gavin, she was said to have a rebellious reputation. In an early display of her artistic temperament, she painted the fig leaves of the classic Greek sculptures at her school red, and this led her to get expelled. Niki de Phalle's first marriage was to a childhood friend, Harry Matthews. Together, the two had 2 children, Laura and Philip. Phalle later gave up her responsibilities as a mother to pursue her artistic career. Niki de Phalle pursued other careers before discovering her love for art. She started out as a young fashion model and appeared on covers of magazines such as Vogue and Life. She later moved to Paris to study theater and acting, but only a year after moving, she was hospitalized for a nervous breakdown, which was brought on by the abuse she suffered at the hand of her father during her childhood. She got through this tough time by painting, and this led her to give up acting and pursue being an artist. Niki de Phalle was a self-taught artist. When you look at her early works, you can see her lack of concern for perspective and proportional relationships, and it almost has a childlike quality. Later, she started transferring her rage against injustice into her artwork. You can see this with her collages that she's made. In the 60s, Phalle caused a worldwide sensation with her shooting paintings or tears. She would fire a rifle at bags filled with paint that were embedded behind paintings, sculptures, or collages. And when the bullets would hit the bag of paint, it would bleed and drip paint down the artwork. And performance art didn't exist at this time, so Niki paved the way for that. Niki de Phalle then became part of the New Realist group of artists. According to Gavin, this group of artists rejected the heavy, serious modernism that was dominating the art world at the time. Another member of this group was Jean Tinguely, and he became Niki's second husband and future art collaborator. The two were often referred to as the Bonnie and Clyde of the art world. According to Life and Work, Niki was influenced by many artists, including Pablo Picasso, Henri Matisse, Jasper Johns, and Robert Rauschenberg. But the inspiration for her life work, The Tarot Garden, came from Antonio Gaudi's work, The Park Güell in Barcelona. Niki spent nearly 20 years creating her sculpture garden. She called it the Tarot Garden because it was based on figures from the tarot cards. Niki actually lived inside of the figure of the Sphinx for the 2 decades that she worked on the Tarot Garden. My favorite pieces of art of Niki de Phalle are her nanas, which are plump, boldly colored, cheerful-looking female figures. The nanas became a symbol of female strength and self-confidence. Lipton says, they seem to say, break all the rules, be confident, be arrogant, and throw your weight around. I personally like the nanas for this reason. They just portray women in a way that hadn't been done before. A piece that gained worldwide attention and really shows Niki de Phalle's cutting-edge portrayal of women is Han. Han is a giant 27-meter long reclining nana that you can actually enter and you enter the figure from in between her legs. Another important project of Niki de St. Phalle's is her lifelong support of AIDS prevention and education. She wrote a book called AIDS, You Can't Catch It, Holding Hands, and this book is published in 7 different languages. In 2000, Niki was awarded the 12th Premium Imperial Prize in Japan, and this is similar to the Nobel Prize for the art world. According to Life and Work, Niki de St. Phalle's works are in 22 museums in the United States and in 27 countries around the world. Although Niki de St. Phalle's art may not be for everyone, she was a trailblazer in her artistic approaches and her portrayal of women. I hope you enjoy her art as much as I do.